Hello everybody. Good evening and welcome back to QCafe. Ayan, kamusta naman ang lahat? Alam ko na medyo maulan lately and sana okay po kayong lahat. So nakita niyo naman sa ating poster ngayon kung sino ang ating guest. So without further ado, allow me to introduce to you. Sino nga ba? Si Miss Yan Camaso. Our featured speaker tonight is a CPA personnel who finished her Bachelor of Science major in accountancy and worked with various financial institutions. She had a 9 years of audit experience and later on established her own accounting firm, MP Camaso and Associates. She's an active member of Business Network International, under Star Chapter, and other various organizations. Despite her responsibilities at work and despite her responsibilities at work and other organizations, she prioritizes quality time with her family. She's married for 15 long years to JC Camaso and a doting mother to their 2 sons. So let us all welcome in our virtual stage here at QCafe no other than the helpful and lovely accountant, Miss Mary Yan Camaso. Hi, Miss Yan! Kamusta po? Hi!
Hello, yes. Good evening.
Grabe, kamusta naman, Miss Yan? I'm
good.
so happy to have you back here at QCafe.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So I guess tonight is gonna be an exciting talk. Magkakaroon po ba tayo ng numbers game? I-ready ko na,
Business registration ito. Yeah.
i-ready ko na po ba ang aking scientific calculator?
Hindi naman. Yeah.
All right. So Miss Yan, for tonight, no, we're gonna turn their business ideas into reality. So yeah, go ahead, take it away po.
All right. So, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Muzincor, for inviting me. This is my second time already, and it always makes me excited when I'm asked to talk, especially with Muzincor. Tonight, I'll be sharing tips and steps on how to formally register your business. But before that, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Yan, the managing partner of MP Camaso and Associates. We do business and tax advisory, consulting services, and most especially, we help you make your business ideas into reality. If you will visit our website, mpca.com.ph, you will see recent updates and blogs on business compliances. So, papunta pa lang tayo sa exciting part. Because this is the part where your bright ideas will be turned into reality. So, yes. So now, are you really ready to turn it into reality? So there are a lot of WH questions that you need to satisfy. What, who, where, why, how much, whom, or when. We will answer those questions related to business registration. For the what part, what is the business line? What is the line of business you plan to do? Is it related to service, such as restaurants, cleaning, printing, or repairs? Or you intend to register a retail company, such as boutiques, bookstores, no? Or you would want to manufacture the finished products instead. So, next. So, and then who will be your business partners? Do you want to do it alone or you want to have a business partners? We have actually three options. So the sole proprietorship, the partnership, and the corporation. So for the corporation part, you may opt to register as a one-person corporation or the regular corporation with at least 2 stockholders. For sole proprietorship, here are the advantages and disadvantages. So as to ownership, there is only one owner. Ikaw lang yung may-ari, so isa lang. So for profit and losses, all profits go to one owner. Solo mo lang yung profit, at the same time with the losses, ikaw lang din mag-i-incur nun. So for liability, there is unlimited liability. As to decision making, decision is made by the sole owner. And for taxation, owner is taxed on its personal income or profit from the business. So for as to partnership naman, on ownership, merong 2 or more partners. And sa profits and losses, so marami kayong maghahati sa profit and sa losses. So equally divided ito or by terms agreed by the partners. As to liability, it is distributed equally by terms agreed by the partners. So on decision making naman, the partners are responsible for the decision making. And for taxation, partners are taxed on their respective income. So for corporation, the owner, as to ownership, for regular corp, there are 2 or more incorporators. Pero sa one-person corporation, isa lang yung owner. So with regard to profit or losses, no, dividends declared are given to the shareholders. As to liability, limited liability, since corporation has its separate and distinct personality. As to decision making, decisions are made by the board of directors or shareholders. And for taxation, a corporation is taxed on its juridical personality. So, where will you put up your business? So, ito yung pinaka-importante, the address. Office address is an essential information in processing many business documents. Hence, you must have an office address before registering a business. This is a prerequisite when you register to different government agencies. So I'm sure you already have thought about this before you start registering your business. But it is still noteworthy to remind you how important your why in doing this particular business. So to whom will you sell? Who will be your target customers? So consider din po natin yun. And then, how much are you willing to invest? How much capital? You will take into consideration not only the cost of registration, but also other pre-operating costs. Of course, you should have buffer funds since in the next few months, we're not yet sure kung talagang kikita na ito. So that's why kailangan nating magkaroon po ng buffer funds. Yeah. Then, when will you start the business? The timing of registration is also equally important because there are corresponding taxes and deadlines that you have to consider. Later, I will share with you what these are. So, are you now ready to start the business? Allow me to share the process of business registration. So, for sole proprietorship, you should secure first a business name with Department of Trade and Industry or DTI. And then eventually after that, magre-register ka na sa BIR and then LGU naman. So for DTI, what are the requirements? Of course, kailangan meron ka munang valid business name. So you should prepare 3 business names. Just in case may kapareho ng name yung naisip mo, at least meron ka pang options and hindi masayang yung time mo sa pagpunta sa DTI. And number 2, kailangan meron kang valid government-issued ID. So once approved na yung business name mo, pwede mo nang isubmit yung iyong application. So where can you submit, no? Your application. So you can do it via online. So merong website ang DTI, yung bnrsdti.gov.ph. And meron ding option to go to DTI offices. No? So how much will be the cost? No? So the cost will depend if you opt to operate your business in your barangay only. The cost will be different if you want to have a bigger coverage. For city, it's 500. For city, it's 500. For regional, it's 1,000. And for national, it's 2,000 pesos. I suggest that you go to the national scope already. Minimal lang naman ang cost and sayang ang opportunity for selling nationwide. The website of DTI where we can register our business name is bnrs.dti.gov.ph. So here is the sample DTI certificate, no. So after registering with DTI, ma-issuehan po tayo ng DTI certificate. So with that, meron ka ng legitimate na business name. So yung next process naman natin is with the BIR. So for BIR, here are the list of requirements, no. So yan yung duly accomplished forms, no, lease contract just in case nagre-rent po tayo, and land title if we own the premises, no. So government issued IDs, ayun, dadalhin po natin dito yung ating DTI certificate, no. And then of course proof of registration or permit to operate in case covered po tayo ng different government agencies such as PESA or SBMA, no. So allow me to emphasize the last point, that we need to execute a special power of attorney or SPA in the event that we would assign someone who will process our registration. So, ayun. So, pagdating natin sa BIR, ito po yung form na gagamitin, yung BIR Form 1901 or Application for Registration. This is very important because we would indicate here all the taxes that we will comply on a monthly, quarterly, or annual basis. So common mistakes is ang daming na-check na type of taxes in this form, which are not necessary. Let us remember na whatever we tick on this form, i-require tayong i-comply ito on a monthly basis. So, ingat po tayo. So, better to ask for advice from an expert kung anong taxes ang applicable to our business. So, when do you need to submit the requirements? Of course, meron deadline ito. So pagka-register mo sa DTI, kailangan within 30 calendar days, no, from the issuance of your DTI certificate, kailangan mo na pong mag-register with BIR. Otherwise, mapipenalize po tayo pag na-late po tayo sa pag-register. So who can submit the requirements? Of course, business owner itself, no? Or authorized representative. As discussed earlier, we should execute a special power of attorney or SPA in the event that we would assign someone who will process our registration. ID of the authorized representative is also required. And then where can you submit, no? So kung pansin niyo, madaming different RDOs, no, or BIR offices. So depende kung saan nakalocate yung ating business, no. Dun yung RDO na may jurisdiction sa atin. So kailangan nating i-check kung saang RDO covered yung ating business. Like for example, in Quezon City, hindi lang iisa yung BIR offices, marami yan. So in Pasig, dalawa, ganyan, no. So it depends talaga kung saan po ang location ng ating business. So better to check kung anong RDO tayo covered. So how much will it cost? So annual registration fee is 500 pesos and meron din pong kasama itong 30 pesos na doc stamps. So ito na po yung example ng sample copy ng ating BIR registration certificate with BIR. So after nating ma-comply lahat ng requirements, ito na po yung ating certificate. So please note na nandyan po lahat ng taxes na kailangan nating i-comply. Like for example, the income tax, value added tax, and the registration fee, no? So this is very important, no? Naka-indicate lahat dito ang mga taxes, no? So let's see to it na wala po tayong mamimiss on filing, no? So please note na kahit wala pa tayong sales or expenses in the next few months, need pa rin nating mag-submit ng mga nakalista dito, no? So otherwise, once na may na-miss tayong isa, may penalty na po agad yon. So for partnership and corporation, so iba naman dito. Ang kausap naman natin dito is SEC. When we would intend to register a partnership or corporation, so we would register first SEC, and then same with the sole proprietorship, magkailangan din nating mag-register with BIR, and lastly sa local government. So for partnership and corporation, what are the requirements, no? So ayun, kailangan meron na tayong draft articles of incorporation on partnership, no? And then the bylaws, no? For corporations, no? Pero yung mga one-person corporation, they do not have bylaws, no? So registering with SEC is now made easy with eSpark. So meron na rin silang tinatawag na, parang meron na po silang website ngayon where we can register. So who can submit the requirements? Of course, yun, authorized representative. Basta at all times, meron lang siyang kasamang secretary certificate for corporation. Yeah. And then, so when to submit, so office hours lang with SEC, no? So then the cost, no? How much is the registration fee? The cost will depend on the amount of capital indicated in our draft articles of incorporation. So ayun, nabanggit ko kanina that we can submit our application online through espark.sec.gov.ph. So once na-complete niyo yung documents natin, ito yung example of a certificate of incorporation. So naka-indicate dyan yung ating corporate name, no? Which is tinakpan lang namin yung sample, no? And then nandyan din nakalagay yung date kung kailan tayo na-incorporate, no? Kung kailan na-approve yung ating document with the SEC. Yeah, so this is the flow when registering a corporation with SEC. Parang ang haba, ano? Please note that before we go to SEC, let's see to it na kumpleto ang documents natin. Otherwise, sayang lang yung time natin, hindi magpo-proceed ang ating registration. no? So ayan yung ating parang yung flow chart nga, yung flow, no, ng registration. So although there are a lot of advantages of forming a corporation, like limited personal liability, easy transfer of ownership, and business continuity, there are also some disadvantage, no, yung mga nabanggit ko kanina. Pero in addition to that, medyo mahaba yung application process, rigid formalities and structure, and mas mataas yung cost compared with registering with DTI. So ayun. So next, after nating mag-register sa SEC, next will be the BIR. So for BIR registration, here are the requirements. Of course, the forms, lease contract, no, kung tayo po ay nagre-rent, no, and secretary certificate authorizing our representative to submit the documents. So lagi pong, kung hindi po yung officers or stockholders ang mag-a-apply, no, personally, and we kailangan nating mag-assign ng representative. So let's see to it na lagi pong dala niya ang ating secretary certificate, no. And then ito next, yung meron kayong example ng application for registration or BIR form 1903. Again, we should only check the type of taxes that are applicable to our business. So yung hindi na po necessary, wag na po nating i-check kasi mapapadami pa yung compliance po natin. So if hindi po tayo sigurado, we need to consult kung ano po yung appropriate na dapat i-check po dyan. Ayun. So next, kailan tayo dapat mag-register with BIR? So of course may deadline yon. Pag lumabas na po ang SEC certificate natin, we should register within 30 days, 30 calendar days from the date of incorporation. Otherwise, there will be applicable penalties if malilate po tayo. So ayun. So who can submit the requirements? So for partnership and corporation, so any of the partners, pag partnership, any of the corporate officers, pag corporation, or authorized representative, of course, may dala po siya dapat na secretary certificate. So where can you submit the requirements, no? Ayun, yung RDO having jurisdiction over the place where the business will be located. Kasi anyway, kailangan i-check po natin mabuti ito, baka magkamali po tayo ng RDO kung saan tayo magre-register. Ayun. So how much will be the cost? So the good news is the cost of initial registration for corporation is the same, no? 530 pesos for the 500 for registration fee and 30 pesos for the doc stamps. But meron pa tayong additional dyan. Of course, meron pa pong doc stamps on dun sa articles of incorporation natin and doc stamps on our lease contract. So wag po nating mamimiss yon kasi sayang naman po yung penalty. Ayun. And then once we were issued with BIR certificate, no, kailangan nating magpa-print ng resibo. But before that, ito pala yung sample certificate of registration. So to guide you, no, makikita mo dyan lahat ng taxes na kailangang i-comply, no. So makikita mo, for example, no, yung third line 3, no, value added tax. Nakalagay naman dyan kung kailan siya, nakalagay dyan monthly, di ba? So sasabihin niya dito kung annually, quarterly, or monthly mo siya kailangang i-file. Ibig sabihin, napaka-importante po ng form na ito. Kasi ito yung magiging guide natin kung ano po yung mga dapat nating bayaran, dapat nating i-submit. Please note na pag meron po tayong na-miss dyan, may penalty po agad yon. So, ayun. So, dapat let's see to it na compliant po tayo. Ayun. And then, for local government unit naman. So, both for sole proprietorship and kahit aling business entity, sole proprietorship, partnership, or corporation, lahat yan required pong register with the local government unit, no? So yan yung mga requirements natin. So DTI certificate for the sole proprietor, no? SEC certificate naman for the partnership or corporation. And of course, yung barangay clearance, lease contract or land title, no, kung ano po yung applicable, and other requirements. Kasi depende po yan sa business natin, lalo na kung clinic yan, ganyan. Minsan meron pa pong additional na requirements ang ating LGU. So, ayun. And then we can submit the requirements at the office of the local government where the business is located. So kung Quezon City, tayo, yung business natin nasa Quezon City, sasubmit natin to sa Quezon City Hall, di ba? So, ayun. Next, yeah. So, pwede rin naman tayo mag-submit online, no? There are some cities or municipalities na who have their own website where you can register. Ayun. So, hindi ko pala nabanggit na, yeah, meron yung cost, no? Depende sa LGU. So, merong silang certain computation, no? For every LGU. So, ayun. And then, so, ayun, nabanggit ko earlier na yung mga ibang municipalities, no, or cities, meron silang mga website where we can register online. Some of these are yan, yung Quezon City, Valenzuela, or City of Manila. So we can pwede natin check yung kanilang website where you can register. So, ayun, that's it, So, get started now and start making your bright business ideas into reality. So, if you need some, if you want to contact us, so, yan yung contact details namin. Ayun, thank you.
That contact us photo. So, thank you so much, Miss Yan. Grabe. Actually, no, listening to all of this, medyo overwhelming siya kung tutusin.
Technical,
Yes,
ayun.
it's quite technical. So, there's this fear of, matatandaan ko kaya lahat ito. Alam mo yun, yung mga basic na gano'n ng mga tao. Pero guys, don't worry because this list is quite comprehensive already. Yung binigay talaga sa inyo ni Miss Yan, ito na talaga basically yung kakailangan ninyo in order for you to really start your business on the right track. Yeah. Ayan. Simulan na natin ang question and answer, you guys. Ito na siya. So my first question, no, Miss Yan, nowadays kasi people have been shifting to the freelancing community, 'di ba? And we all know naman na there's a thin line when it comes to online work. Na hindi pa talaga siya super mandated ng government o kaya wala pa talagang clear na ruling when it comes to that. But of course, as a citizen of a country, we need to pay our taxes. So most of our freelancer people have been parang nag-open na lang sila ng sarili na lang businesses, ng services nila. So in line with that, I'd like to ask, no, Miss Yan, when it comes to online freelancing, paano ba talaga ipapasok ng isang individual? So definitely it's gonna be an individual, no? It's a sole proprietorship kasi personal services mo siya. So how do we really go about it? Kasi I think when it comes to opening that, you have to declare din magkano yung puhunan mo, yung mga ganong stuff na pang LGU level ng fill up, di ba? Sa LGU siya. So, just to give an idea and support to our freelancing community, how do they legitimize their businesses and then be able to, of course, offer receipts as well?
Yeah. With regard to that, no, especially on the BIR aspect, no, lahat ng nagkakandak ng business, no, whether yung merong store, whether professionals, freelancers, YouTubers, or bloggers, ganyan, ine-encourage na mag-register. It means na pagka nag-register ka, it doesn't necessarily mean na meron ka ng babayarang taxes. Parang you just need to register. Ngayon, of course, pag may income ka, no, when you have an income, kailangan mo siyang i-declare, 'di ba? So parang may bracket naman yung BIR, no? Like may certain limit na like pwede ka na dun sa percentage tax, ganon. And then merong threshold 'yan kung kailan ka lang mako-computan ng income tax. So kung hindi naman umabot dun yung income mo for the year, wala kang tax na babayaran. Ang nire-require lang ng government natin is to register, no? And pay taxes kung lalagpas ka na dun sa threshold. And ang advantage kasi din ng pag nag-register ka, magkakaroon ka ng resibo, 'di ba? So you can aside dun sa mga foreign clients mo or mga online clients, pwede ka rin kumuha ng business sa mga corporate, no? Yung sa mga big companies. So at least and then at the end of the year, you'll be proud na meron ka ring income tax return, which is it is a requirement, no? Kung gusto mong bumili ng sasakyan, maglo-loan ka, or you want to go abroad, you need to secure a visa. So, ayun, merong maganda rin naman talagang advantage if we would register. So, ayun.
Yeah. Totoo. Kaya marami talaga din nag-opt na magkaroon ng ganito. Na bigyan na nila ng legality, kumbaga, yung online businesses.
Yes, and hindi ibig sabihin pag nag-register sila, meron ng parang, alam mo yon, at the end of the year, meron na silang agad babayarang income tax. Wala, hindi yon. Kasi kung kunyari, hindi naman sobrang big yung kinita nila for the year, no? Hindi sila umabot dun sa threshold ng net income na yon, wala silang tax na babayaran. Magfa-file lang sila ng ITR, pero wala naman, kumbaga, wala siyang tax na ipipay, ganun. So, ayun.
Pag sa ganun ba, Miss Yan, is it advisable for them to seek consultation with like say an accountant para they'd have how to really arrange things? Paano ba yung ganong klase? Kasi let's assume na people don't really know how to file taxes, di ba?
Yeah.
Diba? And it's a common misconception na feeling nila, pag na-register na nila sa DTI, okay na. Hindi nila alam na kanina you cleared it out na meron ng 30 days na you have to register it sa BIR after pangalanan sa DTI, 'di ba? So,
yun, kailangan nilang consult, no. Pwede namang para kunyari group sila ng freelancers, no. And then pwede namang mag-seek sila ng advice, no, yung kunyari sabay-sabay sila, gano'n. Pwedeng gano'n, no, parang yung lahat ng mga interested na freelancers, ayun, sabay-sabay na kunyari yan pag-conduct ng yung mag-consult via Zoom, ganyan, no. Okay din yun, magandang mag-seek sila ng advice kasi mahirap yung kunyari gusto nilang mag-register and then baka magkamali, no, dun sa mga forms. Mas maganda pa rin kung mag-consult talaga.
Siguro so that will also give them like an idea. Usually ba yung ganitong pagre-register ng business, ano ba yung parang ideal na expenses mo rin? Kasi definitely kanina kinuwentahan mo kami na how much yung babayaran sa DTI, and then of course LGU yung pinaka nag-determine kung magkano yung sa kanila. Pero like on an ideal rate lang naman, sabay na natin pati yung consultation kunwari with an accountant and all. Parang paunang puhunan for doing this. Magkano yung I think pwede nilang ipunin, kumbaga, to be able to start this?
Yeah. For DTI, no, nag-compute nag-compute ako sa utak. So parang mga, I guess, kung magko-consult sila and they'll do it on their own, I guess, DTI, LGU, and BIR, I think, hindi naman na siguro maubos yung 20,000. Kung ganon. Kasi depende kasi sa LGU minsan, I don't know, no, parang iba-iba din kasi yung rates, no, for every LGU. So, yun nabanggit ko kanina, like for example, DTI is 2,000, and then with the BIR 500 yun, and then magpapaprint ka ng receipts, maybe mga 2,000 yun. So, sabihin mo lang sa LGU mga 7,000, ganyan. So, I guess hindi naman na maubos yung 20,000 pesos nila.
Kakain
for registration.
Mamasahe pa sila.
Magmimerienda ba sila, yung mga ganon. So, yun yung, basically, yun yung cost niya.
That's really a good number. I mean, yung ginagawa kasi natin ngayon para sa mga viewers natin is binibigyan talaga natin sila ng at least idea. May benchmark tayo. Kung you will start man na ganito, at least alam nyo na. It's really ideal to seek consultation with
Yes.
experts.
Mhm.
Kasi
Yeah.
kapag you come in there, nandyan yung, alam nyo naman, sa Filipino setting,
Mm-mm.
and biglang may kakalabit sa'yo sa pila, hindi natin alam, di ba? So mas
Yeah.
maganda kahit paano, nag-guided ka talaga based din doon sa goal mo talaga with registering your type of business.
Yes,
Ayan. So
yes.
we have another question here that asks, for a single proprietorship business, a simple siomai stall, kunwari.
Mm-mm.
Yung
Mhm.
hindi ito, hindi siya franchise. At
Mm-mm.
parang self-made, na parang
Mm-mm.
homemade recipe ni Lola.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
How much should be the allocated registration for a business? Ayan. So parang kagaya ng natin. So kanina, di ba, pineg natin siya ng ganit na 20K
Mm-mm.
an amount for like an online freelancer or content
Mm-mm.
creator, YouTuber, ganyan. So ganon yung ideal. Pero pag ganito naman po na there's gonna be a stall,
Mm-mm.
ganyan, normally how much po?
I think it's almost the same yung cost, no? Kasi kung pareho silang kukuha ng DTI, so pareho lang yung cost nun. And then for BIR registration, ganun din naman. So ang magkakaiba lang sila sa LGU kasi there's a different rate for parang sa food, no? Selling of food and professionals or service industry, no? Parang merong certain bracket yung LGU, pero hindi naman na nagkakalayo yung yung fees nila. Ganun din, almost the same din. Yeah.
Miss Yan, when it comes to that po ba, yung sa mga ganong klaseng businesses, no? Meron ba silang mga tinatawag na yung mga tipong extra fees pa? Let's say for example, kung may mga signages ka, o kaya kung 'di ba? Kasi
yes, oo. Yeah, minsan depende sa municipality. Minsan yung certain municipality or city, meron siyang ibang charges for that. So, yeah, take into consideration lalo kung merong small store, kung minsan magre-require yan ng fire extinguisher. Ayun. So, yun mga ganon. So, depende sa klase, no, ng business, no. Lalo na kung medyo clinic ang peg niyan, baka maghingi pa yan ng yung health permit. Oo, parang ganon, 'di ba?
And usually, 'di ba, required siya ngayon for barangay businesses.
Yes, oo. So, yun yung mga additional cost natin. Yeah.
Miss Yan, required lahat ng businesses, di ba, na magkaroon ng resibo?
Yes, once na nag-register ka, no? Kasi ang law natin sabi, you are required, no, to register. So, once na nag-register ka, automatic, kasunod na nun, once, for every registered entity, no, or businesses, it's mandatory na dapat meron talaga silang resibo. So, ayun.
Talking about receipts, no, Miss Yan, because I think this is the common misconception of some business owners. So, marami pong iba't ibang klase ng resibo, di ba?
Yes.
Meron tayong tinatawag na official receipt, meron tayong sales invoice, meron pang collection receipt, probationary receipt, acknowledgement receipt, mga ganon-ganon. Ngayon, with my transactions kasi sa government, ito ma-share ko lang.
Yes.
Before I had a consultation with an accountant, kaya guys, talaga pinupush ko sa inyo, get an expert. Kasi nung hindi ko pa alam, nag-i-issue ako ng official receipt, tapos nag-i-issue pa rin ako ng sales invoice together with my delivery receipt.
Yeah, double.
Double pala yun, Miss Yan.
Yes, yes.
Government yung transactions ko. Kasi nag-ano kami nagbibidding kami through PhilGips. So apparently, hindi ko alam, labo-labo na pala yung resibo ko. I am being charged on double receipts kasi pina-file yun.
Yeah, correct. Parang double siya. So, yeah, yung official receipts are for service, no? Service industry, no? Like yung cleaning, repairs, printing, or yung restaurant, usually official receipt yung restaurants. And then, ang sales invoice naman are for goods. Kunyari, bumili ka sa National Bookstore, bumili ka ng parang sa hardware, ganyan, no, yung item, goods talaga siya. So for every business entity, kung service ang siniserve, ang services ang business mo, official receipt dapat ang i-issue mo. Pero kung nagtitinda ka ng items, no, cellphones, nagtitinda ka ng office supplies, dapat ang i-issue mong resibo is sales invoice. So ganun siya. Yeah.
Nagkataon lang sa line of business kasi namin, may two types of
Two types.
Two types siya. Kasi possible yan, guys, ha? Pwede
Yes.
ka. So sa LGU nyo, dun yung madedetermine yun kung ano yung LOB nyo. Kasi pwede kayong magkaroon ng multiple na type. So sa part namin, service provider na kami, at the same time, may retailing din kami.
Possible yun, yeah.
So,
possible.
So,
And then makikita rin naman kasi siya ni BIR, no. Pagka nagkumuha ka ng resibo, makikita niya dun yung business entity na in-apply mo. Siya naman magsasabi kung kakailanganin mo ng invoice or official receipt. Yeah.
Yun, totoo. So guys, akala nyo ganun kadali? Hindi. Kailangan malaman nyo to, kaya kailangan nyo ng mga experts kagaya ng mga tao sa MP Associates. Kasi ito lang yung makakatulong sa inyo kung paano nyo talaga mapaplot out yung business nyo in such a way na hindi kayo malulugi o kaya hindi kayo magkakaroon ng problema with your paperwork. Kasi malay natin, it may be okay now. Pero after a few years, biglang magkakaroon ka pala ng problema kasi hala, bakit hindi mo to sinabay? Yung mga ganun-ganun na you're trying to do everything on your own. Diba? Kaya guys talaga, if you're watching this video right now, o kaya if you're planning to start your business, or you're planning to do your business na legit na siya and all that, this is really a way to help you. And shout out to my fellow content creators out there and fellow online freelancers. You really need to do this kasi it's really not just about paying taxes. It's really about legitimizing the services and businesses that you offer. Ay, matanong ko na rin lang, no, Miss Yan.
Yes.
So, kunwari, online freelancer ka. Yung mga clients mo, ini-issuean mo lang sila ng invoice, service invoice. Kasi online lang sila. Let's say, for example, sila, foreigner, ganyan. If registered mo na yung business mo, pwede mo na ba silang issuehan ng official receipts?
Yeah. So with that, so of course yung kung yung sa law talaga natin, lahat ng parang registered businesses, kahit freelancers, they are encouraged, no, to issue receipts, no. And then so yun, encourage sila na mag-issue, but let us remember na once na may in-issuean tayong resibo, kailangan nating i-declare yun.
Yes.
Ayun.
So magpa-filing ka na. And
yes.
Kung hindi ka naman accountant, alam mo ba kung paano mag-filing?
Yeah. And in addition pala, yung sa mga may resibo, no, or naka-register na sa BIR. So may times kasi na kunyari in a month, no, wala ka kunyaring inisyuhan ng resibo, no, wala kang income, nangyayari yon. So kahit na yung common misconception kasi na pag walang kinita, wala nang ifa-file. So kahit wala kang kinita this month, kailangan mo pa rin mag-file. So yung form mo, i-file mo, lagay mo 0. Wala akong income ngayon so 0. But mag-file pa rin po tayo kasi once nakita sa system ni BIR na wala tayong submit for that month, magko-compute na po siya ng penalty. So ganun po siya.
Delinquent talaga.
Yes, mahirap. Oo. So ayun, yun yung niya, parang yun yung mga responsibilities, no, ng isang registered business. Oo.
Diba? Na common misconception ng mga tao kasi nga naman talaga sila super informed. And although in BIR's effort, nagkakaroon naman sila ng mga pa-seminar and all that. Pero yun nga lang, yung mga ibang tao na nagre-register, natatambakan sila, tapos magugulat na lang sila, makakatanggap na sila ng letter. May penalty na sila ng ganito, ganyan, ganon, nang hindi nila mapatandaan. So it really pays to have people, experts like MP Associates nga, who would address these kinds of issue together with you. So we have a question here, no, Miss Yan. Aside from consultation, do you assist in filing business registrations?
Yes, oo. Kasama yan sa mga services namin, tax advisory, business registration. So makikita nila sa yung sa website namin, no, mpca.com.ph, no. May mga blogs din kami every week, no, para kung ano yung mga updates, no, sa mga compliances natin, no. Lahat ng mga registered businesses. So yeah, we do business registration services, yeah.
Ayan. So also give like parang para lang may pasilip sa inyo, guys.
Oo.
How much ba usually ang nagiging charging for consultation? Kailangan ba kapag nagpa-consult ka, mag-retainer ka na agad? Yung mga ganong bagay. Paano po ba kapag new business owner? Paano yung usual na para lang magkaroon sila ng parang vision? If I'm gonna hire an expert, how much should I paano ko ba iipunan yon? So magkano ba yung dapat kong isi-set na ganito, ganyan? Parang ano lang po, overview lang.
Yeah. Sa amin, usually pag initial meeting with the client, if they would avail our services, yung initial consultation namin free na yun. Kasi ganun yung namin. Yeah, kunyari, sasabihin niya, magko-consult siya and then, Miss Yan, kindly register na my business. So, di na kami mag-charge ng consultation fee kasi naman yun nga, parang kasama na yun sa service namin.
Yeah.
Package na siya. Yeah. Ayun.
So guys, talaga mag-inquire na kayo and mag-inquire na kayo directly sa ating MP and Associates to get a quotation how much you need to put up para alam niyo yon, ma-okay niyo na yung businesses ninyo. Kasi sa panahon ngayon talaga, these are the types of things na you need to do para naman ma-legitimize nyo yung ginagawa nyo. And at the same time, you get to like magkaroon talaga kayo ng foundation para sa lahat. Makakuha kayo ng car loans dahil dyan.
Yes.
May issuehan kayo ng credit card. Usually yun talaga yung mga requirements. Adulting talaga, guys.
Adulting, yeah. Adulting. Yeah.
Diba? So shout out talaga sa lahat ng mga interested dyan. And if you wanna know more about this, please visit once again the website of MP is
mpca.com.ph. Yeah.
O, diba? Napaka-alalanin. Ayan.
Yeah.
So, once again, maraming salamat, Miss Yan, for doing this with us, for joining us here at QCafe. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. And I really hope we've earned the privilege of your time tonight. Sana po natuto po kayo sa maiksing kwentuhan dito. And I hope marami kayong na-swipe kanina. Diba? Napakaraming information, but don't worry, this will be available on replay dito lamang po sa Muzen4 YouTube channel. So sana po nabigyan namin kayo ng tulong pagdating sa inyong pagpaplano ng pagtatayo ng inyong negosyo. So once again, thank you po, Ms. Yan.
Thank you. Yeah.
Message us, you guys. Reach out to us and all of the contact details that we have put up kanina. And don't worry, we will be there to assist you with your businesses. Once again, my name is Ninang Kate and you have been watching QCafe. Magkita-kita po tayo muli next week para na naman sa isang episode here at Muzen4. Maraming salamat po and goodbye. Have a great week ahead, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.